Let's start, shall we? So I'm here to announce that I found some sunglasses. No joke. Do these belong to anybody? This is actually not a joke. It's not part of the program. These were on the floor. Does anyone belong to them? Okay. Kate, thank you. Oh, I can't see my screen with these on.
She was singing earlier.
Oh, so we're going to start with a song. Kate, come on up. No, I'm not joking. This is the serious part of the ceremony. All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Unicom graduation ceremony. I am Mark Schenke. You might remember me from back when you thought anatomy was the hard part of medical school. Or maybe when you thought histology was the hard part of medical school. Or not really the hard part, but the worthless part, I guess, is what I'm thinking there. And you're probably right about that. Anyway, it's wonderful to see all your shining faces again. I thought you left after spring break, so it's good to know that you continued. As you're about to be hooded as newly minted doctors, let me be the first to say, or maybe join the throngs of people who are saying, I lost so much money betting against you. I mean, you're the reason that I can't go to the Eras tour because I can't afford it. So much money, my goodness. But it's not really my fault. If you think about it, your class has a legit rock star, a bunch of people obsessed with fish, someone who is the answer to the question, what if Caillou grew up, got a bunch of tattoos, and went to medical school? And of course, in all three examples, I'm talking about Martha Bear. Sorry, my phone went to sleep. No, but of course I'm kidding. You all, your class was thrown into a very difficult situation, right? The fact that you're sitting here today makes me very proud. No joke. Of course, I'm more proud of some of you than others because some of you are about to get awards, the others of you. But, after 4 years of telling you that we don't rank you, you're now going to find out that we've been ranking you all along, and you're going to find out who got ranked highly based on these awards right here. But I do want to acknowledge everyone for your hard work and your sacrifice. Also want to acknowledge the sacrifice of your loved ones and just the tremendous accomplishment that it is that you're here today. So seriously, congratulations to you all. We hold this program, to recognize the students, especially those whose talents, expertise, and character set them apart. And I know that everyone in Unicom, faculty and staff, really are proud of you for all that you've done, especially considering just all the difficult circumstances you've had to navigate over the past few years. So seriously, well done. Well, before you get your hands on the prize, I do have a couple of ground rules. The first is, if you're a recipient of an award, you're going to have to come up across the stage. I've already spoken with a couple of you about how concerning that is because you don't remember the gate cycle very well. But if you need help, my advice to you is just grab a bottle from the back table there, and then people will understand why you're not walking straight. Is there a photo? Is there a photo? Yeah. Where's the photo? Oh, okay. So Marley will be taking photos. I had it in my notes that there were photos, but I was expecting lights and lenses and the archaic form of iPhones. You know how it is. For the larger groups of people, so there will be some awards in which multiple people will be coming up on stage. For those, we're going to hold off applause until everyone is on the stage. And I swear to you, if I hear a single clap, I'm keeping the awards for myself. Don't test me on that. They're my awards if I hear a single clap. And finally, groups receiving certificates will receive them after the program. And that's it. 3 simple rules. If you can follow those rules, it's going to be a great ceremony. If you can't, I'm going to send Dr. Brzezinski to your house to give you a lecture on art. And you think you can run away, but he's going to have that little fanny pack with the microphone and the speaker, and you're not going to be able to avoid that. So just keep that in mind. So without further ado, it is my honor to invite Class Vice President Jacob Dollins to the lectern to present the Doctor of Patience Award.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming. So I'll be presenting the Doctor of Patience Award for everyone today that submitted a nomination. This award is for those in our life who have helped us make it this far. I can't believe that there's many doctorates out there who have gotten their degree and made it through the rigors of med school without some support in their lives. And these highlight those really special people that deserve to be shout out today. So I apologize in advance for any names that I do butcher. I'm going to try my best. Millie Ahern, Brianna Ali, Daniela Amiva, Hamida Bashir, Abigail Bowler, Andrew Berardinelli, Patrick Buckley, Hillary Bowie, Mariah J. Bush, Vicky Cho, Courtney Clark, Ethan Collins, Tuan Mindau, Charlotte Donovan, Nathan Duchesne, Andrew Eastwood, Francesca Falcone, Gabrielle Gambino, Mary Garside, Brandon Gibson, Matthew Gilbert, Tyler Goddard, Jeffrey R.R. Grabo, Sophia Growlert, Alex Grobleski, Brandon Gooman, Christopher Harrington, Lori Hiddesdorf, Alex Hodgson, Cameron Jones, Gabrielle Tinoco Caligiaye, Dalton King, Ethan Klausmeyer, James Cook, William Coaster, Joshua Kozakowski, Alexander Lebrec, Nathaniel J. Lavarnway, Asunta Lubrano, Kyle Masterson, Michael Mazzone, Seth McCarty, Joseph McCormick, Jessica Memolo, Julia Mitchell, Kevin Nash. We're on page 2 now. Muriel Nauman, Therese Olermarks, Mallory Rose Otto, Gulmina Paktik, Sunny Patel, Terry James Pierce, Minaka Pereira, Maureen Perry, Edward F. Peterson Jr., George Picard, Thomas Pingree, Garrett Prenguber, Mike Providenza, Nolan Quinn, Adam Vincent Riley, Thomas M. Ryman, Christina Seward, Peter Shapiro, Greg Sion, Dr. Angelina Stewart, Nolan E. Tangway, Benjamin Tasker, Ali Tippery, Ken Tran, Edgar Urbina, Kevin Wharton, Gregory Williams, Dr. Osai Bivier Wagirin, Gabriella Wozniak, Shelley Yunkin, Zachary Zabelik, and Natalie Zhang. Again, round of applause for all of our doctors of patience. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. So I noticed that during the reading of those names, one person got an aw. And I'm very curious what deserved that aw. But I also feel like everyone else that was listed there deserves an aw. So turn to that person as awkwardly as you possibly can and give them an audible aw. All right, thank you. So the next award we have is going to be presented by Vin Bonkar. He is the one who forced me, let's just be honest, forced me to do this today. So he owes you and or me an apology. I'm not sure which combination of all of us deserves an apology. But he's going to be up here, and he's going to be presenting the W. Hadley Hoyt Jr. DO Award in recognition of dedication to service in the osteopathic profession and commitment to lifelong learning in the healing arts. So please welcome Vin Bonkar.
Thanks, Dr. Schenke. You're living up to all of our expectations today. Thank God for Dr. Schenke, otherwise it'd be me. Welcome, family and friends. It's my privilege to present the W. Hadley Hoyt Jr. DO Award. This award is sponsored by the family and friends of W. Hadley Hoyt Jr. Hadley Hoyt was one of the first faculty at Unicom. They were one of the first in the region to bring physicians and mental health professionals together to discuss mental health and the impact it had on patient care. Dr. Hoyt truly embodied patient-centered holistic care. This award is given in his honor and in recognition of dedication to service in the osteopathic profession and commitment to lifelong learning in the healing arts. This award is voted on by our faculty, and I'd just like to share some of the brief remarks that the faculty provided about this year's winner. This student embodies osteopathy. Her focus on the person and the quality of life will serve her patients well. She's kind and dedicated. Fantastic bedside manner, well-rounded, professional, innovative, compassionate, and always approaching her learning as well as patient care from an osteopathic lens. She's dedicated to lifelong learning for herself as well as assisting her peers. She is hands down the nicest person I know, and I would want her to be my physician. Great bedside manner, devoted, and passionate about her craft. Can't wait to see where she goes. This year's W. Hadley Hoyt Jr. DO Award winner and the recipient of a $1,000 check is Charlotte Elizabeth Bloom.
So Charlie's one of the fish-obsessed people that I was referencing earlier. You know what that $1,000 is going to. Am I wrong? No. Yeah, okay. So the next award is the Sigma Sigma Phi certificates for outstanding scholastic achievement and service. These are going to be presented by the president of Sigma Sigma Phi, Stephanie De Carvello. Stephanie.
Good afternoon. So Sigma Sigma Phi is the honors and service organization on campus. So I will list the names of all the members, and they come up on stage, or just say their names. Come up on stage. Okay. Here we go. First up, we have Martha Bear. Rachel Bangart. Nicole Berteau. Margaret Calamari. Jeffrey Chamberlain. Zachary Clark. Shayla Clark. Erin Clark. Kevin Counterman. Alexis Dame. Andrew Egan. Mary Garside. Emily George. Heather Graybo. Emily Hargis. Riley Haru. Laura Horowitz. Tiana Jayanathan. Avni Johnson. Sarah Cannell. Emily Klein. Natalie Coons. Caitlin Lavarnway. Camille LeBlanc. Andrew Lee. Tyler McBride. Michael McNaughton. Renata Meckel. Alex Otto. Hannah Park. Sean Patterson. Alexa Pfeiffer. Megan Scantlebury. Rakshana Selvarajan. Sydney Smilin. Travis Wheeler. Olivia Wilkins. And Bianca Zarella. Thank you.
Now it's done. No one has to leave. Right in the way. Here we go. Work out.
What did I say was going to happen? Doesn't matter what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. I didn't say I wasn't going to clap for them. You were not supposed to clap for them. And as a result, I now have very nice wallpaper for my bathroom. All of those certificates. Plus, I'm pretty sure a couple of those names were made up. The next award is the Emergency Medicine Award for demonstration of excellence in the specialty of. You weren't even listening, were you? Emergency medicine. This is going to be presented by Guy DeFeo. Guy.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, congratulations on. I am, for those of you who aren't aware, I'm the senior, as in older, Associate Dean of Clinical Education, and I just want to extend our congratulations on behalf of the entire Department of Clinical Education on a job well done. Congratulations. You are all now ranked as a doctor of osteopathic medicine. So I know Dr. Schenke said we didn't rank you, but that's the only ranking that counts right now. But since this is an award ceremony, as he stole my thunder, the award is for excellence in emergency medicine, and the award carries with it membership and subscription to the Society of Academic Emergency Medicine. And we are pleased to announce that on behalf of their demonstrated excellence in emergency medicine, that this award goes to Kylie Nygren.
Dr. DeFeo, everyone knows you have plenty of thunder. So the next one I won't steal from you, though. The next award is called the Outstanding Clinical Performance Award. I won't tell you what the criteria is. I'll let Dr. DeFeo tell you.
Apparently he doesn't have enough to do, because I could have just stand here and done this myself, but apparently Apparently, in the old days, when I wasn't a senior, I did moderate this here event myself, and it was a little bit more entertaining because, as you know, the bar was pretty low. But anyway, this too is an award based on demonstrated excellence, and this is actually an award that tracks the student performance through the entirety of their clinical education years, through both the third and fourth year, and is based entirely on the feedback from those clinical faculty who take time to not only work with the students, but provide constructive feedback. And there was a clear winner here, and I'll just cut right to the chase here. On behalf of the entire clinical education staff, as well as the faculty, the outstanding clinical performance goes to Charlotte Bloom.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. DeFeo. Marley, we could have just photoshopped the different award. You already have the picture of her. You didn't really need to take another one. Yeah. And Charlie, I don't think that one comes with a cash prize, so I think you're just going to club the fish. I'm not sure. Okay. Glad you have a plan. Next up, let's see here. We have the New England Academy of Osteopathy Award / Osteopathic Manipulative Medicine Department Award, presented by Bonnie Sinsicki.
Hello. Yes, so this is the, let's see, short person. This is the New England Academy of Osteopathy and Osteopathic Manipulative Medicine Department Award for Outstanding Achievement in Osteopathic Manipulative Medicine. And the department chose Zachary Clark as the recipient and the winner. And the second department award is the Unicom Department of Osteopathic Manipulative Medicine Recognition Award. And this is a graduating student who best exemplifies the principles and practices of osteopathic manipulative medicine. And this award goes to Matthew Morrow.
This is a really squeaky stage. So Zachary, well done. You got a lot of woos. Rookie mistake, though. You could have gotten a lot more woos if you would have brought the baby up with you. Next time. So next up, wait a minute, is this you again? It is you again. Why did you? Okay. So this is the Fellowship Award. And while she's walking on the stage, I'll give you the criteria. It's for outstanding achievement in anatomy / osteopathic manipulative medicine fellowship program.
So we have multiple recipients, back down low, for this award. So we have, I'll name them off and you guys can come up on the stage. Samuel Michael Frickenberg. We'll have a group up here. Crystal C. Pierce. Samantha Mansberger. The last one figures. Oh, no. I forgot her. Alexis Kelsey Dame. Kayla Ann Corrado. Oh, yeah. We'll wait. And then Renata Merkel. And Elise Rose Quinn.
We're pros now.
Do you want 2 rows?
All right, you all ready? Let me see those smiles. Why is my finger not working?
All right, now let's see if those fellows were any good. I've got a test for you. Fellows can't answer. We tested you on this multiple times, and you're all like, why? Why do you keep asking us about this? But as any of the seasoned clinicians in the room know, it really doesn't matter what your specialty is. At some point in your career, you are going to come across a coracoid process laying on the ground. And you're going to need to tell the patient what 3 muscles attached to it, stat. So go. Short-headed biceps, brachii, brachioradialis. Is it really the brachioradialis? Did you say that? Because it's the coracobrachialis and the pec minor. Thank your fellows. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Paul Siegel to the stage to introduce the Center for Excellence in Collaborative Education, or CECE, or CC, I don't know, Interprofessional Honors Distinction.
Good afternoon. I'm the IPE lead for the CC, the Center for Excellence in Collaborative Education. And this is an award for people who have reached or sustained the honors of interprofessional honors. And I apologize if I have any missteps on names, but Hannah Aker, Samuel Booth, Emily Cothy, Mary Garside, Brandon Gibson, Ian Graff, Laura Horowitz, Natalie Coons, Camille LeBlanc, Annie McGregor, Kelsey Pelletier, and Allison Yukon. Thank you.
You're getting better. But there was one clap, and it was over there. Jenny. Do we have bouncers? Can we kick her out? Okay, so now I'm going to invite Michaela Maynard to the stage to introduce the Care of the Underserved Pathway, or CUP Scholars Honors Distinction.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to be here today to celebrate this year's graduating cohort of the CUP AHEC Scholars. The Maine CUP AHEC Scholars is a nationally recognized honors distinction program with students dedicating 160 hours of out of class time activities that address health equity, underserved populations, and rural health. So thank you to this cohort of scholars for their time and dedication this year. I will now read the names. In no particular order. Charlotte Bloom, Abigail Blake, Annie McGregor, Natalie Coons, Kristen Kelleher, Brandon Gibson, Kelsey Pelletier, Mariel Connolly, Therese Reynow, Camille LeBlanc, Laura Horowitz, Sarah Cannell, Hannah Aker, Samantha Mansberger, Julia Hickey, Renata Meckel, and Adrian Hale. So congratulations to everyone. Your cords and certificates will be given to you after the ceremony. Thank you.
We did it! See, Dean Carrero said they're untrainable, but 4th time's a charm. Dean Carrero, they did it. And I'm going to get fired later. So next, I'm going to invite Vin Bonacore back to the stage to tell us all about the Leadership Award.
Thanks, Dr. Shanky. So next up on the list is the Leadership Awards. Each year, the Office of Recruitment, Student, and Alumni Services identifies graduating seniors who have demonstrated exemplary leadership and service during their time at Unicom. This is a tough task. There are so many of you that do so many wonderful things, and so the following individuals were identified after hours of arduous debate and negotiation with members of the RSAS team. If they could just raise their hands in the air so you know who we're talking about. And we tried to kind of holistically consider the impact that these students had on our community throughout their time here. So I'm going to read some brief remarks about these students today, and then invite them to the stage together. You'll receive a plaque, so I'll ask you to join me up here. Our first recipient probably won't be as excited to hear her name called as I am to say it. She's incredibly modest. She's the type of leader who's less concerned with titles and recognition and more concerned with what we're working towards. This student was president of Student Physicians for Social Responsibility, a co-founder of the Compassion Training Workshop. She was also a mastermind behind an inaugural Social Determinants of Health Month here at Unicom that occurred during COVID. And so she was a pretty incredible student leader in her time here. I think she was also the vice president of the New England Research Club, which she asked me specifically not to refer to as NERC. The RSAS office is excited to recognize Alyssa Ahern for her exceptional leadership and service to our community. So Alyssa's going to join us on stage. Our next recipient, as I begin to speak here, our next recipient has been recognized a few times this year. She was an incredible student advocate when she served on our SGA. She sat on the Dean's Advisory Committee for Wellness, mentored undergraduate students interested in medicine, volunteered countless hours when she was allowed to do so, right? Because COVID shut things down. She was eventually elected as the SGA Vice President, where she helped our student body move their co-curricular experiences to Zoom, thus opening the doors for us to redefine how we connect with folks outside of our little Unicom bubble. She was honored just a few weeks ago at our end-of-year celebration for being recognized as Student DO of the Year for Unicom. Her signature accomplishment, well, it's really not her signature accomplishment, but it's the accomplishment I talk about the most when I refer to Shayla Clark, was the development of the GOAT, the Greatest of All Time Award for clubs and organizations. That GOAT was actually kidnapped at the last ceremony. We've been able to relocate that GOAT, and we're excited about that. But the Office of Recruitment and Student Alumni Services, is excited to recognize Shayla Clark for her exceptional leadership and service. Our next recipient was a fierce advocate for her class and had a steady string of leadership throughout her time at Unicom, not UConn. She was an O&O leader, a member of the SGAE board. I think she did PR for us, managing the gram. In her free time, she assisted the comm by acting as a tour guide, student interviewer. Perhaps most significant was this person's role as a class president, constantly acting as a sounding board for her colleagues, finding constructive ways to share the feedback she was getting from them with us. She was a pleasure to work with and had a tremendous impact on our college. The RSAS office is excited to recognize Bianca Thakar for her exceptional leadership and service to our community. This next student orchestrated MacArthur home game nights, coordinated BP clinics at the local Walmart, volunteered with the Maine COVID sitters, and I think she was also the last president of the UNE Needlers, which was a knitting group that had died right before COVID but came back when everything became really isolated. Anytime the recruitment team sent out a request for a volunteer asking for assistance with tours or acting as an interviewer, this person consistently stepped up to the plate. She was the first to reply no matter what our request was. When everything went virtual, Laura was still there for us even while on rotations. She joined us for many virtual open houses, helped applicants relax, and was cited by many candidates as being the reason they wanted to come here. The RSAS team could always count on Laura to help us make prospective students and applicants feel welcome. The RSAS office is excited to recognize Laura Horowitz for her exceptional leadership and service to our community. This last person struck a healthy balance of engagement and service to the comm. For her, it never seemed to be about the number of leadership positions as much as it was about the quality of those experiences, what they did for her and for her community. She was a COVID vaccine clinic volunteer, spent time at the Portland Needle Exchange, and was one of those early morning spin instructors that no one really understands. In her application to be the osteoblast and orientation co-chair, she said, "I believe leadership can be defined as a sharing of power that puts group goals before personal goals. The most effective leadership comes through empowering group members and others to achieve their goals." From a leadership perspective, she served and acted as our osteoblast and orientation co-chair, helping to pivot our college to our first ever virtual osteoblast and orientation programs. She came to campus in level 3 PPE and stuffed envelopes for the incoming class of 2024. The photo of her doing this was both scary and inspiring. When she saw a need for balance, she took up fly fishing with her friends and quickly went viral. Along with Charlie and Hannah, her leadership and the role she played in the class of 2024's onboarding was incredible. The next year, when students applied to be O&O leaders, we got a record number of applications, and a quick word search shows that Kelsey was one of the most cited reasons for people wanting to step into this leadership position. The RSAS office is excited to recognize Kelsey J. Klingel for her exceptional leadership and service to the community. All of these students that stand behind me will be a force to be reckoned with, and the RSAS team is universally excited to keep in touch, and see where you guys end up next. Congratulations. I skipped a page. All right. Our last recipient is a symbol of resilience in spite of some pretty overwhelming circumstances. Serving as the SGA president is no small task. Serving as the SGA president when COVID happens is beyond difficult. This person never showed contempt over what was lost or taken from her leadership experience, and she kept a keen eye on the path forward and helped to rally her colleagues when we all felt isolated and unsure of what we could do. I can say that this person navigated this experience with poise and professionalism that we hope to see in all of our graduates. The RSAS office is excited to announce Caitlin Brew for her exceptional leadership and service to our community. So again, forced to be reckoned with, all of these folks here. Dr. Carrero must be real proud of us today. Congratulations. One picture.
All right, I'm already in trouble with this one, so I'm just going to let her come up. Dean Carrero is going to introduce the DLT, or Dean's Leadership Team Leadership Award.
Thank you. I'm always proud of you, Vin. Every day when you come in and you've zipped up your jacket when you come into work and you haven't spilled your coffee, I'm always proud of you. I love him. Do you know he sent me a draft language for a letter of recommendation recently, and the last paragraph was, "He's like a son to me, but a son who mentors me. It's kind of weird, but it works for us." That was what he sent me as draft language that I should use. So there you go. That's Vin. Okay, so the Dean's Leadership Team is made of the chairs of all the departments, the associate deans, and of course the senior associate dean. And this award is given by the Dean's Leadership Team to the graduate who has made a significant contribution to support the mission of UNICOM, and as such, has changed the experience of the students who follow them. This year, the DLT Award winner, I'm going to give you some background on this person. They served in multiple leadership capacities, local, state, and national levels. Did all this while balancing exceptional academic performance throughout the medical training. They volunteered at the Biddeford Soup Kitchen, cleaned up Mechanics Park on the weekend, acted as an osteoblast and orientation leader, served as SGA class representative, chaired WellCom, sat on the Dean's Advisory Committee on Wellness, served as the co-director of regional wellness for the COSGP's National Wellness Committee, represented UNICOM as an AOA student delegate, and did the same as a Maine osteopathic student delegate. and worked collaboratively with their classmates to co-found the Compassion Training Workshop, which still exists today and happens for all the students. This person did this in the midst of COVID, in the midst of being a medical student, and while everybody in this class really is exceptional, we are so impressed with what you have achieved over the course of the last 3.5 years. The Dean's Leadership Award with $1,000 goes to Shayla Clark.
Did you notice all those glowing words the dean gave to Vin? And anything? Anything at all? That is why Vin should be doing this job. He said more words up here than I have today anyways, for crying out loud. And he still forgot a whole paragraph, a whole page, actually. Anyway, I will just finish my job and slink off to my the rock that I live under. This next award is the UNICOM Medical Student Research Excellence Graduation Award, being presented by Associate Dean Carol Brenner. And Marilyn Gallucci, she's the mentor.
So this is the first time we're actually giving this award, and this is the committee that sponsored the award is our Research and Scholarship Committee. There was absolutely a clear winner, and I know we chose right, and I'd like to invite Natalie Coons to come to the stage. And I will start with her accolades. I've never seen a student publish 13 peer-review papers in 4 years at UNE. That's incredible. The other thing is, I know we chose correctly because she matched to Stanford in her residency and fellowship in anesthesiology. So we awarded her that before she got her match results. And so clearly, you know, she's very talented. And then I'm going to invite Marilyn to say a couple words as her mentor over the last 4 years.
Well, this has really been quite an honor to work with Natalie these 4 years. Actually, it worked the other way. She mentored me rather than me mentoring her. But I want to mention one specific accolade for her, and that's the Foundation for Anesthesiology, Education and Research, the FAIR Fellowship. The FAIR Fellowship is incredibly competitive. And actually in 2016, I worked with a student and we were able to break in as the first osteopathic medical school to be awarded a FAIR, and that was Catherine Bixby. And then Natalie came along and blew the doors off the award in terms of the pathway for our osteopathic students. So after Natalie got that award in 2020 at UCLA, COVID did get in the way, but she continued working with them beyond that. The year after Natalie, we had 3 students get into the FAIR, and we've been able to have students each year attain that award. And that really goes to the integrity, the talent, the ability, and the heart of Natalie Coons that helped us open that door. So Natalie, you are very deserving for many reasons this award, but thank you for all the students who come after you.
I also wanted to say one more thing. Natalie is the first DO that has ever gotten into this program, this residency program and fellowship program at Stanford University. She has broken the seal, that is not only for MDs. So I think she deserves special recognition for that.
All right. So next we have presentation of the class gift. Would class president Bianca Thakar come up, please?
Hi, everyone. So for the COM Class of 2023 gift, we'll be donating the remainder of our class funds to the Hands Together Committee, which is part of the UNICOM Student Government Association. And for those of you that don't know, this fund provides support for students in need during unforeseen circumstances, financial hardship, wellness, and other needs. The Hands Together Committee actually started due to an unfortunate event on August 20th of 2010. While attending a party with fellow UNE students, Aaron Martinuzzi, an OMS1, dove into a pool and sustained a spinal cord injury that left him without the use of his arms or legs. He spent 3 weeks at the Maine Medical Center in Portland, Maine, and then moved to an inpatient rehab at the University of Michigan Spinal Cord Rehab Center in Ann Arbor. And due to his injuries and overwhelming costs associated with rehab, Aaron eventually discontinued his medical training and returned home. The UNICOM Student Government Association Hands Together Committee was established in 2011 in honor of Aaron, and each year this fund has helped to support UNICOM students, and the Student Government Association has continued to provide funding to this account to ensure that if any UNICOM student is in need, there are resources to support him or her. We hope that by donating money to this fund, we can continue to support students like Aaron who arise with any unforeseen circumstances, and just continue to support our students. Thank you.
All right, next I would like to invite Tanya Tupik to the stage. That's not what it says on mine, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. To present the Parfit Award.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tupik. It's my pleasure today to present the Parfit Award. It's named after John Parfit, who was one of the first New Hampshire osteopathic physicians. He started a practice in 1940 with his father and then sold that to Dr. Kermes in 1979, which happens to be the year I was born. That was supposed to be funny, but I guess it wasn't. He's funnier. They're scared of me now. Okay. Dr. Parfit was also a photographer, and he was one of the first members of the New Hampshire Osteopathic Association. And so this award is a $5,000 check, and it goes to a student who the faculty said he is a great student who has done a lot of community service and active in COM student organizations. He is a very active and effective leader, served as class president during COVID, as well as clinical campus site liaison, actively taught in block reviews for his peers, dedicated volunteer to the community, has strong family ties and engagement in New Hampshire. He stood out to me early on as a student who asked very insightful questions and who clearly wanted to understand the concepts being taught across all of the curriculum. It is my privilege to award this the recipient of the Parfit Award to Zachary Clark. And there should be extra awes because the baby's coming.
You can say it. Thank you, Dr. Tupik. Zachary, risk waking a baby? What is wrong with you? And I didn't hear very many awes either. Next, last but not least, actually, we have the Sauter Award for Graduate with Distinction, presented by our very own Dean Carrero.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too, Mark. Okay. So the Sauter, this is actually one of my favorite awards because the faculty vote on it. And for the family members, the faculty, we watch the students from a lot of times when they start to interview, thinking they want to be physicians, coming into medical school, getting through that first semester, which can really be a bear. Unfortunately for these folks, we'll stop seeing them really after after they left for spring break, except in their PPE and masks. But we continue to have relationships with them and keep in touch with them. And although it was different, there remained a lot of connection between the class and us here on campus, as well as with the faculty that they were training with on rotations. And so the faculty give the Souter Award to the graduate that they would choose to take care of their family. The Souter Award this year is given to a graduate who has demonstrated exceptional leadership and shown himself to be a compassionate and unassuming person. They have a great work ethic. These are quotes from faculty. I would feel so reassured to walk in the door of a family member who was sitting in a hospital bed and know that this person was going to take care of them. If I looked up from a hospital bed and saw this person's face, I would feel safe. This person has always asked questions in a compassionate, inquisitive manner and has demonstrated exceptional competence. He has a wonderfully calm demeanor, which is such a valuable quality in a physician. This particular person demonstrated exceptional leadership in his work with underserved students and youth, and through the New York State nonprofit offering nature immersion experiences for those folks. The faculty has chosen Cole Brownstein to be the Souter Award recipient. And it does come with a check for $3,000 that you can spend on fishing equipment if you want.
Thank you very much.
Cole, did I tell you that there's a hooding fee? He asked me to hood him, and now that I know that he's $3,000 richer, I feel like there should be a hooding fee. So that is the end of the program that we have for you today. Thank you so much for being in attendance. Thank you for your somewhat loose following of my instructions. This Saturday, you all are going to get hooded, which means this Saturday, your grade no longer depends on you laughing at my jokes. So I appreciate you giving me this one last opportunity. And have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful graduation week, what's left of it. And we will see you on Saturday.